Arnold, master of the Scud by Bliss Carman. William, there's a schooner out from Kingsport, through the morning's dazzle-gleam, snoring down the Bay of Fundy with a norther on her beam. How the tough wind springs to wrestle, when the tide is on the flood. And between them stands young daring, Arnold, master of the Scud. He is only Martin's youngster to the Minas coasting fleet, 12-year-old, and full of Satan as a nut is full of meat. With a wake of froth behind him, and the gold-green waste before, just as though the sea this morning were his boat pond by the door, legs a-straddle, grips the tiller this young waif of the old sea, when the wind comes harder. Only laughs, hurrah, and holds her free. Little wonder, as you watch him with the dash in his blue eye, long ago his father called him, Arnold, master, on the sly, while his mother's heart foreboded reckless father makes rash son. So today the schooner carries just these two whose will is one. Now the wind grows moody, shifting point by point into the east. Wing and wing the Scud is flying with her scuppers full of yeast. And the father's older wisdom on the sea line has descried, like a stealthy cloudbank making up to windward with the tide, those tall navies of disaster, the pale squadrons of the fog, that maraud this grey world. Border without pilot, chart, or log, ranging wanton as marooners from Minudi to Manan. Heave to, and wheel reef, my master, cries he, when no will of man spills the foresail, but a clumsy windflaw with a hand like stone hurls the boom round. In an instant Arnold, master, there alone sees a crushed corpse shot to seaward, with the grey doom in its face, and the climbing foam receives it to its everlasting place. What does Arnold, master, think you? Whimper like a child for dread? That's not Arnold, foulest weather strongest sailors ever bred. And this slip of taut seafaring grows a man who throttles fear. Let the storm and dark in spite now do their worst with valor here. Not a reef and not a shiver, while the wind jeers in her shrouds, and the flouts of foam and sea fog swarm upon her deck in crowds, flies the Scud like a mad racer, and with iron in his frown, holding hard by wrath and dreadnought, Arnold, master, rides her down. Let the taffrail shriek through foamheads, let the licking seas go glut elsewhere their old hunger, baffled. Arnold's making for the gut. Cleft sheer down, the seawall mountains give that one port on the coast. Made, the basin lies in sunshine. Missed, the little Scud is lost. Come now, fog horn, let your warning rip the wind to starboard there. Suddenly that burly-throated welcome plows the cumbered air. The young master hauls a little, crowds her up and sheets her home, heading for the narrow entry whence the safety signals come. Then the wind lulls, and an eddy tells of ledges, where away veers the Scud, sheet free, sun breaking, through the rifts, and there's the bay. Like a bird in from the storm beat, as the summer sun goes down, slows the schooner to her moorings by the wharf at Digby town. All the world next morning wondered. Largest letters, there it stood, Storm in Fundy. A boy's daring, Arnold, master of the Scud.